Okay, so I know that last week we talked about lions, right? We talked about eagle, lion, and cow in our first drawing that we did for this block. And we already did eagle, and you're probably expecting that we're going to do lion next. But one of my favorite poems happens to be about a tiger. So we're going to do a tiger this week instead. And tigers are actually pretty important to a lot of us in this class because a lot of kids in this class were born in 2010. And 2010 just so happens to be the year of the tiger in the Chinese zodiac. Now, a tiger is one of those rhythmic trunk animals that we talked about. So they have a very strong blood or circulatory and breathing or respiratory system. So their circulation and their respiration is very, very strong. And this is one of the things that you will see kind of coming through in the stories of tigers in Chinese mythology, which is what we're mostly going to talk about today. So, a lot of mythologies around the world use tigers, but they're especially important in Chinese mythology. So, the story goes that when the Jade Emperor was choosing the animals for the Chinese zodiac calendar, all the animals that wanted to be on it went rushing over to the emperor's throne so he could choose them. And the strong ox got there first, and tiger was right behind him. So he was going to be the second. I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me. I will be so glad when allergy season is over. So ox is first. Tiger was second. But what Tiger didn't know was that clever little rat had ridden over to the Jade Emperor's palace on his back. So as soon as they got there, Rat jumps down and he cuts in front of Ox and Tiger. So then Tiger was third for the zodiac calendar now. And Tiger was not happy about it, and he roared and he fought with the emperor saying he should be second, not third. But clever Rat won, and so here was Tiger, stuck in third place. Now, also according to Chinese mythology, tigers are very sacred to them, and tigers are considered to be very closely related to the earth. So you think about all those rhythms that happen on the earth, and tigers are very in tune with that. A tiger is a very energetic animal, and it feels a lot of emotions very deeply. But sometimes a tiger's emotions get the best of him, and he can make some kind of foolhardy decisions. But tigers are also very determined, and they never get up. They never give up, no matter what obstacles they face. They will always keep going until they reach their goal. So, if you were born in 2010 and you were born in the year of the tiger, it is said that people born under the sign of the tiger share some characteristics with tigers. So here are some things that people born in the year of the tiger might have. Tigers can be adventurous spirits, and they love their freedom and taking risks. They are confident and lively, as well as very intelligent. Tigers also make wonderful, loving parents later in life because they respect their children's freedom. So does that sound like you if you were born in 2010? So a tiger is what we call a hot-blooded creature. You know, when somebody is hot-blooded, we think of them as maybe they have a bad temper or they feel emotions very strongly. You can kind of think of a tiger as hot-blooded with that strong circulatory system that they have. Tigers will fight to the death to protect their territory and their cubs. They're also very strong creatures, and they will travel miles and miles, great distances, to hunt their food. Did you know that tigers are actually the third largest predators in the world? Yeah, only polar bears and grizzly bears are larger predators than tigers. There are some subspecies of tigers that can get to be over 600 pounds when they're fully grown. That is a big cat. I think Pickles is about 12 pounds. So I call him my tiny tiger. Now, you might think that tigers are a lot like lions, and in some ways they are. But unlike lions, tigers don't live in groups or prides. They actually live solitary lives. And the only exception to this rule is when the mothers are raising their cubs, and then they'll live in a group of about 2 or 3 until the cubs are about 2 years old, and then they go off on their own and they find their own territory. So like I said, tigers are very in tune with the earth. So they have these big, wide swaths of territory, and they have to know where that territory begins and ends and be very familiar with that terrain that they live in. And they also have that beautiful striped fur. And it's actually not just their fur that's striped, it's all the way down to their skin. A lot of animals with patterns on their fur, their skin isn't patterned as well. But a tiger's patterns go all the way down to its skin. So if you shaved a tiger, you would still see those black stripes on its skin. I don't know if I would want to shave a tiger though. Don't ever try that. And so those stripes on a tiger's skin, we see them and it looks very striking. But in the wild, that striped pattern serves as such a good camouflage, and it blends in with all those shadows around it that a tiger is almost invisible to its prey until it explodes out of the bush to catch it. And here's another fun fact about tigers, and this is what I'm going to leave you with. We think of cats, and do you think they like to swim? I know Pickles doesn't like to swim. I know when he was a kitten, I gave him a bath because it was right after we found him and his siblings under the porch, and I didn't know it might be on them. And I still don't think 2 years later he's forgiven me for that bath. And of course, lions, they don't really like water. Most cats don't like water. But tigers actually do enjoy the water. A lot of times there will be rivers or lakes that cut through their territory, and they will swim them to go find food. And a lot of zoologists have observed tiger cubs playing in water. They'll splash around in creeks or ponds while their mother kind of sits there kind of relaxing by the water. So tigers are kind of rare in the animal world in that they actually enjoy being in the water. Well, I hope you enjoyed all these tiger facts and the tiger myths, especially to my tiger students out there. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.